Nobody knew I was living this lie except for my friend at the time, and she told everybody. She told everybody. My mom found out. She was hecka mad. They called me a liar. Said I couldn't believe in me anymore.
Random, but I got purpose. Things coming together so beautifully. One day it'll all make sense. Just you wait and see. Take this journey with me. Purposely random. Purposely random. Purposely random. Purposely random.
Hey, what's up, Purpose Soul people? It's your girl, Angela Elise, and this is the podcast, Purposely Random, a podcast by Angela Elise. Thank you so much for tuning in, listening to me on any podcast platform. And if you're looking at the YouTube page, you can see that I have on sunglasses on today. You can join the fun by looking at Angela Elise Music, that's music with a Q, on YouTube. It's a great place. You can watch all my antics. I'm going to be coming out with new content, so if you want to see, go ahead and go to the link in the description. All right. Today we're going to be talking about how to balance staying vulnerable and protecting yourself. Okay? Listen, I'm going to bend my little sunglasses down a little bit. Listen. This has been a tough journey for me. When I talk about choosing the word empowerment, let me say this very clearly. Choosing the word empowerment for 2020, ironically, has been the most vulnerable year of my life. I know that we're all having a shared experience right now, and it's like, girl, we all going through it. But I'm talking about my journey for me, Angela. And we're gonna get into all of that here in a minute after the theme song. I didn't prepare. It's off the top of the dome. Pew, 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 pew. Freestyle singing theme song. All right, here we go. How do you stay in a place where people can reach you when all you wanna do is hide? I wanna be wholehearted, don't wanna fear opening up, but you make me close down when you judge me and you're not around for me. So how do I stay in this place? I'm afraid to be me. How do I stay in this place and afraid to be me? I wanna know, baby. All right, thank you so much for listening. I don't know why I'm so goofy. I'm giving you like lounge slam poetry. We're coming on tonight to give you all the real funky fresh hits vibes. Why? For what? I'm not a sketch comedy show. I put on the sunglasses and I became a whole character. For what? I'm already a whole character by myself. Why with the voice, sis? Why? It's just too much fun here in the danger zone. Highway into the danger zone. I guess it's highway to the danger zone. Okay, microphone, you're getting on my nerves. Right, so let's get into the topics. Thank you so much for your patience before, because your girl be wildin'. But you've already been looking at so many episodes of podcasts. This is season 2. More antics, more fresh, more fire. So we're getting into it. All right, so ranking and ratings. That's something I want to talk about when it comes to being vulnerable. I know I talk a lot about my vulnerability, but I want to talk about it again on today, so that way you guys can kind of get a window into what my thinking was for setting up this episode. So, for one, vulnerability has been something that I struggled with. We all really struggle with it throughout our courses of life, but this has been something that I've struggled with since I was in. I'm gonna take off my sunglasses. Since I was in elementary, as you guys know, I was bullied a lot. Didn't have any friends. Being overweight, being mixed, being really religious, and probably goofy and odd. I won't take that away from me. I'm very strange. So there's also that. So I'm not gonna front about me being a weird oddball. I'll give the bullies that. I was weird. I was strange. I was other. And so me being vulnerable was me trying to make friends and trying to, just like everybody, like these are common themes throughout all of our lives that are issues that are not unique to me, but I do want to express them from my point of view. So my vulnerability, showing up, trying to become friends with people, especially the new kid in school. I was like, you do not know me, and you are very awkward right now because you do not know anyone else. I will be your friend. And they would be friends with me for a little while, and then here comes other kids finally accepting them, and I kind of felt like I was this movie with Dane Cook where he would get with girls and right after him they would get married. I don't remember what it's called, but I felt like that. I felt like I was like the go-between. You don't have any friends, but once you're friends with me, you have all the friends. And I'm like, but why can't that happen for me? And so that caused me to really be careful with opening up to people and showing up for people. And so my vulnerability comes in waves. Especially, we're going to get into this book that I've been listening to. It's really a bunch of TED Talks by Renee. I don't remember her last name, but she is someone that studies shame, and that's something else that I deal with. But she started to have a couple of TED Talks about the power of vulnerability, and she talked about, within her talks about vulnerability, that we need to have a safe space. We need to have a non-judgmental. Don't judge me for why I can't talk. How I have a podcast, I can't even talk. Non-judgmental and empathic exchange in order for us to feel safe with our vulnerability. So, one, it's already hard enough for me to show up and give people a chance because of my past trauma with opening up to people and then them leaving me, so abandonment issues, right? And then once I do start to open up a little bit and there's a little bit of judgment, I'm like, I cannot do this. I'm going back into my shell. I'm a turtle. That's why I love turtles. I'm going back into my shell where I feel safe. And if someone can't relate to me, that's also hard too. So there's this constant struggle of me protecting myself, protecting that little girl in me that didn't have anyone show up for her, that had to show up for herself, that became her best friend, that then made friends, and then, there was drama there. And so then I didn't have any friends, and then keep going. And then now in my 30s, I have a really hard time maintaining friendships. And part of it's because of this struggle with vulnerability, staying vulnerable and protecting myself, and also just being an adult in general. Like, it's hard to keep friends when you're an adult. Can't we talk about it? It's business. People be having different schedules. There's I'm sure you guys saw this meme about this friend asking this other friend, what are your days off? And they're like, Tuesday, Wednesday. And the person said, Tuesday, Wednesday, what is your days off? Friday, Saturday, and LOL. Listen, we ain't never gonna talk, okay? We ain't never gonna talk. We ain't never gonna see each other because we don't have the same days off. I gotta take off days for you. I don't think so, boss. So it's hard doing that, and like people just be doing their own thing, and like I don't know. So it's really tough. It's really tough. It's really tough, especially with having to face a lot of your choices that you made and to then expose those to other people and not have them hold it against you. So many times I've opened up to somebody and they told me about myself instead of just having an ear for them to hear, for me to get it off my chest. Let me tell y'all a quick story. Let me tell y'all a little piece of juice. I was in my first year of college, and I had a friend that at that time, I considered us to be really great friends. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I used to bully her. I was horrible. I think this might have been revenge, and I'm so sorry that you felt that you should get revenge on me. But I do love you for helping me in this way, but you scarred me. And I'm gonna talk about it on my podcast. I ain't gonna say your name because that's wrong, but basically, we became friends. So we had the bully. I was bullying her. Everybody was talking mess about her. It's like, oh, like, you know, just really bad stuff that I regret to this day. It wasn't cool. Just giving you context, not making excuses, just giving you context. So now that you have context, bullied her, but then we became friends because we were going to college together. We had gone to church together. Now we're going to college together. It's a whole thing. Let's be friends. Yes, girl. Yes. I stopped going to classes. I started dropping out. And I didn't tell my parents. I was living a whole lie, just a big lie, making stuff up, getting in my car, driving like I was going to school. I wasn't going to nobody's school. I was going to school to hang out in the cafeteria, but I wasn't going to classes. And nobody knew I was living this lie except for my friend at the time. And she told everybody. She told everybody. My mom found out. She was hecka mad. They called me a liar. Said I couldn't believe in me anymore. And that actually helped me because I stopped living lies. Listen, it did help me. So thank you for showing me that I don't need to be lying, living no lies. I need to be doing the right thing and being accountable. That's why accountability is really big for me too, is because it's like I did the work to repair the trust of my family and show up for myself. So listen, I'm gonna be accountable from now on. I don't need to look good. I don't need to look good, but I need to live with integrity. So she told the whole church, she told everybody, and then my parents got mad. People were talking mess about me, and it broke my heart. Not saying that my secret was right to have, but this is a vulnerable thing, my truth I gave to this person, and then they used it against me. And so I started to shut down more and more. And like even with this podcast, it's definitely just a platform for me to express my vulnerability, but I can shut it off, right? And I can hide away, right? But like when it comes to starting new friendships, something so hard. And I'm gonna actually do a bonus episode. If you want to learn more about some juicy, I just gave y'all teacher juice, but I got some juicy stories coming up on a bonus episode. The pettiest reasons people stop talking to me. And I want to get into some story times with that. So if you want to hear more about Angela's just crazy antics dealing with these people in real life, look at the bonus episode coming soon. Exclusive to YouTube and to what's that thing called? Exclusive to YouTube and to my Facebook page. Purposely Random Podcast. So listen to there. But I just have been now, especially during the quarantine time, trying to stay vulnerable, trying to stay open with people. and really finding people that support me, not support what I'm doing, but love me in spite of the choices that they agree and don't agree with. My family, I've had to do a lot of work with them to continue to do this journey of going to therapy and living my truth and making bad choices with relationships that they hate. And they're like, choose better. Why you keep on going back? And I'm like, I need to learn to listen. And they're like, you're hard-headed. And I'm like, I know, but love me. Love me in spite of my hard-headedness. Listen, it's not that hard because now I got questions, but I got a day in there, okay? Oh, girl. Anyways, so really, I'm challenging myself as well as challenging you guys to learn how to live wholeheartedly, but live wholeheartedly and smart. Not everyone can handle your truth. Not everyone is deserving of your vulnerability. It's okay to not be vulnerable with everybody to the highest degree. So we're going to do that. We're going to keep on working. I'm going to, talking to you guys about rating and ranking. Oops. Okay. So let me go back to that because I forgot. But I did talk about non-judgmental and empathy, but ranking and rating. So I have been in a lot of situations where I told you guys about my journey with finding my value only through how others see me and how helpful I am to them. Well, that has put me in a ranking and rating feeling. So when someone is not there, I feel my rankings really low, and I feel like I'm not worthy, I'm not this and that. So ranking myself, right? Whereas when I'm not so much devoted on how other people feel about me, I'm whole and I can feel good about myself. And I don't have to worry about how other people feel about me, rating me high or low. It's about how I rate myself, in spite of them. So there's this book called, oh man, there's this book. Let me look at my phone really quick to let you guys know what it's called. It's one of my audiobooks that I listen to. Sorry that I played myself on the radio. Oh, on the podcast. Oh, I always forget what I'm doing when I'm looking at my phone for a reason. I'm like, well, what was I doing here? Because I can't remember how to work my whatchamacallit. What's going on with me? Oh, so the book that I was talking to you about before, The Power of Vulnerability, is by Brene Brown. That's B as in boy, R as in rhino, E as in elephant, N as in Nancy, E as in elephant, Brown. She actually has a segment on YouTube too. Let me go ahead and go to my library in my phone. Okay. Oh, The Undervalued Self. Okay, it's not a really good listen. It's actually an annoying listen. But that's the book that talks about the ranking and rating system, undervaluing yourself because of how somebody else sees you. Another book that I would recommend is Untamed by Glendowen Doyle. And just a bunch of good reads. Again, the book that I love, and we're going to talk about a lot soon, and we're going to use all the terminology from it. It's called The Joys of Genius by Gay Hendricks, and The Big Leap. So those are the books that I recommend. Just randomly, let's just do book lists. Let's get into a closing segment. To wrap up, we talked today about how to stay vulnerable and protect yourself. Really, just choose carefully and choose wisely. Just like your boy, Jermaine. Oh, you talking about miss a nice watch? Yeah, choose wisely, and you'll know the right path. Let's get into the segment, 3,000 questions about myself. We're going to pick a random question, answer it without judgment, and just answer with the heart, being wholehearted and vulnerable. Okay, this is random. This has nothing to do with me, but it's whatever. 952. What two celebrities would make the craziest couple you could think of? I don't know. See, I don't really like celebrities. The craziest couple that I can think of, I guess Kanye West in his mental breakdowns, and I keep on thinking about Britney Spears and her mental breakdown moments. But Kimye's crazy as it is. I don't know what y'all want to tell me to tell you about celebrities, but there you go. Just a random quick one to say. Let's do the I Deserve challenge. Moving on. This is a segment where we're going to talk about a sentence that I say to myself every day to remind myself of what I deserve and how I can live in my zone of happiness. So I deserve to have a fit body. Right now, I've always been a heavy set girl, mainly just heavy in my belly. It's just a big one. My midsection, my back, just big, just big. My legs yoked out, you know what I'm saying? Just like muscle, muscle, muscle. A little bit of fatness on the inside, but thick thighs save lives. You feel me? Why did I do that? And then I have a little bit of wobbly right here on my arm. But mostly it's just my belly and my back that is so big. And I deserve to have a fit body, not just weight wise, but I deserve to have it to live a healthier life. Again, keep going back to my diabetes too, because I need to normalize it. We need to talk about it so that way we can hold ourselves accountable and move past our obstacles. So just having a fit body means a lot to me because I want to be able to live a longer life and wear the clothes I want to. Because y'all think I'm a fashionista now, honey. When I get to the body that I want for me, y'all can't see it, but my belly out now. When I get my fit body belly, listen, I'm even wearing my belly out inside my house. But maybe in the summer, you might see a little bit of midriff, okay? A little bit more than there is now. All right? Hey, it offends you, look away. All right? I'm just going to be real. Anyways, all right. That's enough of this shenanigans. So, as always, be real, be you, do what you came here to do, and be the light that you want to see. Peace.
Things coming together so beautifully. One day it all makes sense. Just you wait.